What's going on? We have the price action of GameStop and AMC taking a major hit after hours. AMC had tumbled down double digits, 10% during the day. Over here with less than 150 million volume. My name is Andrew, that's Professor Meatball. We're going to talk about why the earnings call was the thing that people were looking at, and then quick bait and switch, we had two major catalysts that we weren't even hoping for. We weren't even sure if we were going to get a positive outcome from. AMC Entertainment Holdings just announced that they had finished their shareholder count. And from Adam Aron himself, let's read. The number of investors who want to own a part of AMC continues to increase and now stands at approximately 4.1 million. So more than 80% of AMC shares are held by a broad base of retail investors, let's call them apes, with an average holding of around 120 shares. If your calculations are correct, that multiplying that directly with the 4.1 million would get you basically up to exactly where that free float is. Let's confirm that over here. We can take a look at Ortex and plug in AMC. Come out here, the AMC normally has the ability to be able to delineate where the short interest is, right? So we can look at the short interest, or we can just take a look at AMC proper to take a look at where that free float is. As a reminder, we use Ortex to be able to tell us data in a faster cadence than where those official exchanges are updated here. And we're looking at AMC here, price change 1,478% in the last few days here, as well as number of short interest on loan. My head is blocking it right now, but 87.68 million on loan. So that is roughly 17%. You're looking at around 500 million in the total number of shares that retail investors can even grab. It's the total number of bananas on that tree. Not only that, is Adam Aron essentially telling us that we own the float. This is important to note because AMC is now an ape story. The amount of shares that exist out there, either rehypothecated, either nakedly shorted, still belong to us. If you own a share of AMC, that is your share that hedge funds, if they shorted the share to sell to you, need to cover eventually. And that eventual coverage is the very concept of that short squeeze given to us from Mr. Adam Aron's mouth himself. Now let's talk about GME giving us two new appointments. The CEO and the CFO are brand new, coming in with Mr. Furlong, a veteran e-commerce leader. He is going to be the next CEO. So let's take a look. Mr. Furlong is a veteran e-commerce leader with significant experience implementing growth strategies across global geographies and product categories. He spent 9 years at Amazon. Mr. Recupero, the new CFO, is a person that spent more than 17 years at Amazon supporting growth across global geographies. We listened to the earnings call, so you don't have to worry about exactly what happened. It essentially was the 8K, which was released as well, giving a very positive financial outlook to where GameStop is currently performing. Just that, as we said, people might have had some expectations for GameStop, and now tumbling down to 265 is its lowest point. I'm assuming that this is going to be a tasty dip for most of you looking at that price action here. So once again, looking at the positiveness here, the positive news here, net sales increased 25% to $1.27 billion compared to $1 billion in the first fiscal quarter, overcoming a nearly 12% reduction. This is due to strategic de-densification, essentially taking GameStops and saying these shouldn't be open, or these are too close together, or wherever Europe has closures due to the COVID-19 pandemic, strategically deciding which GameStops should open and which shouldn't. Gross margin was 25.9%, a decline of 180 basis points compared to the fiscal 2020 first quarter. I think that's one of the only pieces of news. Reported selling general administrative expenses were $370 million million, a decline of 16 million, or about 4.2%. Operating loss of $40.8 million compared to 108 million in the fiscal 2020 first quarter. Net loss of 66.8 million, or $1 per diluted share, as compared to net loss of $165 million in the 2020 first quarter. So overall, cutting out $100 million of net losses, cutting out 50% of the operating losses and income taxes, cutting out nearly, isn't that 98%? 2 times 25 is 50. So that means, well, this is 1. So it's actually closer to 1 times 50 is 50 million. So that is close to 95% of their income tax expenses. So overall, GameStop has a pretty positive first quarter of 2021. And now we see where the hedge funds are running so scared. They see the positive catalyst. They see both AMC and GME trending together. We can look at the video I'm going to post in the description for more evidence of the 2 price actions nearly running identically in bullish and bearish momentum. But the most important piece is that we have these official results come out positively, and we still haven't talked about naked shorts. Reminder that naked shorts were covered by Ms. Melissa Lee, and Jim Cramer even did a throwback to Melissa's comment back during today's shenanigans, where Jim Cramer was talking about how there should be an opportunity for GameStop to play around in a casino, right? So let's take a look, listen once more, because I have a special announcement right after this. And by the way, if the video hasn't reached 2,000 likes yet, drop a like in the description. We appreciate those of you who are who make this video push to more apes out there and makes it easier for apes to find out exactly what happened today for 3 major pieces of news and 2 major events in GME and AMC history. Let's take an 18-second look at this clip once again, and then I have some fun surprises for you. And if this video isn't up to 2,000, comment down which like you are.
There's a lot of people, there are a lot of short sellers out there that have been borrowing stock they didn't have. In other words, yes, I think there are dynamics where retail investors can get caught. In other words, yes, I think there are dynamics where retail investors can get caught, but it's
Get caught, and she's clearly listening to someone in her earpiece right now. Get caught is the operative word here, which is why we do have naked shorts. Yeah, an animated version of Melissa Lee with Professor Meatball in the corner, naked shorts, yeah. And normally these shirts on the Moon Platoon gear do go away pretty darn quickly. We also have notebooks. The Moon Platoon shirt down here, for example, 21 bucks. Right now it is 30%, more than 30. I need to do the math on that. More than 30% off for this shirt. Go grab it and take a look at the options you can choose from the raffles that we've been giving away for our 100,000 subscriber goal. We made it. Thank you guys for helping us make to it. Right? I'm not quite done answering your questions yet, so drop in the comments down below. Thank the ones in the Moon Platoon over here. Thank the ones over here on Meatball, the Space Legend, and the Gorillionaire. If you guys haven't yet gotten your 2 free stocks on Webull, $250 free Bitcoin on BlockFi, or use cheat code to be able to predict the next major squeeze dip, you should be able to find all 3 of those links down in the description below. Cheers, and we'll see you in the money.